Okay, so it gets to be 2011, and God, then 2011, right? And I'm being stalked, and users in jail, and all kinds of other fucking shit. People keep breaking into my fucking house, so I move, and at the same time, I was kind of sort of still seeing. Not really. We weren't talking. He broke up with me or some shit. I don't fucking know. And then that one that everybody says, oh, that's not mom, that guy she sees. And yeah, that's how they say it. You see mom, that guy she sees. And right, no. And I, not no. Any connection he had to that, it was like through his family and his, and they've all died. Like these, like no more connection to that, I guess. Um, right, because they all died of old age. So his whole family died of old age, and they're no more. And right, and anyway, so I was dating that guy, and that's what everybody says. That's what everybody says in town. I can't help what people fucking say, and what people fucking think. Like if you know the perception that people have of you, um, right? You can work to change it. If people think that you're, something that you're not, you can prove that you're not that thing by your actions. But if you play into it, then they're obviously going to keep thinking that. You don't fucking. And I think that he doesn't fucking care that they think that because he absolutely grew up in that environment. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you what that fucking guy thinks, but that's what people say about him. And I know what's said. You know what's said. But anyway, he was having a hard time. His wife left and his mother died. And so we moved in together. Well, we started seeing each other again after like a breakup. Like he broke up with me and then I broke up with him. And then he contacted me again. And so I go over there to hang out with him and, just see, I guess. And it's so fucking weird because the day of our like first date, you know, um the PSN was down, so he couldn't play fucking zombies. Because if he had just sat there and played fucking zombies, I wouldn't have fucking dated him. Yeah. But the PSN was down that day, and only like movies were working, so we did just watch a movie. We didn't have sex. We just only just watched a movie. And right. And and talked, and that was it. But had the PSN been working, he wouldn't have been able to tear himself away from zombies, not for one goddamn fucking second, and it wouldn't have went any further than that. Yeah, so fucking weird. Yeah, that was when the PSN was down. Was our first date. Yeah, and you couldn't connect to any other gaming, but you could still watch fucking movies through your PlayStation. Knows I have a PlayStation. I had a PlayStation, so I was totally cool with him having a PlayStation because I also had a PlayStation. I also had a Wii and multiple fucking different Nintendo handhelds. And so it wasn't a big deal that he had a PlayStation. Yeah, it was the amount of time that he spent playing the PlayStation and ignoring me that was the big deal. Yeah, so I didn't care about it, but yeah, if you're ignoring me, then I care. I felt ignored. And then I said it just like that. I feel ignored. I feel like you're ignoring me. All fucking day to play PlayStation. Because he's like, at that point, not leaving the house anymore. Yeah, like he's just depressed. I started dating this fucking depressed guy. But he can't leave the house, which, I was worried. I was worried that I might, you know, be surveilled in my home. And it was beneficial to me at the time to have someone be in my house 24/7 and not leave. I never told anybody that because that's fucking crazy, but that's the reason. That's part of the reason. And also we got along well enough. Um, yeah, we get along well enough. Um, you know, but he just ignored me and took me for granted. Like every other relationship, he ignored me and he took me for granted, so I left. Oh yeah, that's how it is. And the story as old as time. Right. So, but that's when we were very first dating, and then at some point he moved in with me, and yeah, and I had not been at that new place for very long, and they were really, um, really just fucking with me because I had moved. They were mad that I moved. You're not allowed to move. We told you not to move. So they set goals out for me. This conservatorship that holds the money. They'll set these goals out and say these are the goals you got to jump through. You don't jump through goals, but okay. That's how they are. That's just how they are. That's just how the fuck they are. I can't help how they are. They're stupid. It's just a bunch of stupid people. It's a whole bunch of stupid people. Just if I can be just gum a goddamn idiocy. And that's how they are. Anyway, so they've given me these goals to jump through. These goals to jump through, do these things, and then you can, and and they never hold up their end of the bargain. And then I know when you get the goals, they're gonna do some fucked up fucking shit to make you not be able to reach that goal, which is also the other thing. So as soon as they gave me the goals, I made like I was gonna actually fucking trudge off and do it. But instead, I packed my shit up and moved in 3 days, and they didn't know where the fuck I went. I didn't want to do their goals. I didn't want to. Mm. Nope, not doing that. I'm not doing none of that. Don't think I will. And so yeah, packed up my whole house in 3 days and fucking moved. Yeah, yeah, without making like any, you know, uh, overt like this is what she's doing. I just made it look like I wasn't doing that and then did it. Yeah. And so I was, living in another different secluded cabin in the woods because there's a lot of those around in the area that are old overnight rentals. There used to be. There used to be. Like old overnight rentals that get worn out. So tourists won't stay on them anymore. So then locals are living in them, but they've been wired up all funky and weird um, because they were overnight rentals. Um, right. So they're all on, one line or some kind of funky sort of way that they're wired up together. They're always wired up together. Electric and water and shit is always on one line. It'll be like 10 or 12 or 30 fucking houses. And no, it could possibly be fucking legal. I don't fucking know. I have no fucking clue. But every place I've ever lived like that, uh, the whole uh, the whole entire you know project or whatever, not project, but the whole community would be wired into 1 meter. Yeah, which creates a situation where they can't sell them as individual because they don't have their own, water and electric. So it can't be sold as an individual cabin. They have to be sold as a lot. Um, but I've lived in several of those. And no, it's fine. It's just living in a cabin in the woods. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, come on. It's the best thing ever. And I'm telling you right now, living in a secluded cabin in the woods, best fucking thing ever. It is the best. It is the best. hmm It's better if you have a hot tub. But yeah, that's like that should be your goal. A secluded cabin in the woods. That should be everybody's goal. It's the best thing. It's the best way to live. Yes, yes. So anyway, that was my first secluded cabin in the woods, and yeah, and I was living there, and then they couldn't find me. Right. Yeah, I had like everything always turned off, like GPS locators and all that fucking shit. They didn't know where the fuck I was, and I thought that was just fucking great. And mhm. and then by the time they figured out where I was, he was already moved in the house and not fucking budging. And I was like, oh my god, they can't even fucking come in here. This is great, which made me like him more. Right. But then everybody gets on my fucking nerves, which is a problem of mine because I'm fucking crazy. Every single person, you get on my fucking nerves, and you know, and I just have zero filter, in the fucking shit I fucking say. So if you say some fucking dumb shit to me, I'm gonna say some fucking shit right back, and it's what happens. I have no control over what the fuck comes out of my mouth. I just no control. I don't know. I just say whatever. And then, because every time I find that, you really do regret the things you didn't do, you know? And so every time someone says some shit and I bite my tongue and I don't come out with my fucking sarcastic statement, it hurts. It hurts deep inside that I didn't be a bitch. So I've just stopped, that way I don't hurt inside. I just go ahead and be bitch. I'm just gonna be bitch about it. Um, forgiveness and let it go. What the fuck for? Why? Why should I? Why should I? Why should I let it go? Um, I mean, because all the fuck you are is a sex trafficking ring. So I should just be forgiving. You should just forgive the unforgivable because you're not forgivable. What you did wasn't forgivable. You didn't do anything that should be forgiven. You made BDSM child porn of me when I was a child. You made child porn of me, and I have no intention of forgiving you. No, I'm going to forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgave me for being ashamed of your actions. Yeah. So after I forgave myself for being ashamed of what you did, it became a lot easier for me to talk about this. And I don't have to be ashamed, and you need to be ashamed. And if you can't be ashamed on your own, I'm just going to shame you for shame.